This channel is for educational purposes only. Please do your own due diligence before making any investment decisions.
Hi, this is Joe Rabil. So how many of you have attempted to narrow down your universe but find it difficult when you're maybe down to like 15 names and you need to get it down to 5 so you can really focus in on those to see which ones are going to trigger? I'm going to give you one piece of information that you can add into the equation that I bet you're not doing right now. And I think it'll really help you narrow in on the stocks that have the absolute best chance of going from a pullback to a new high on the next run. All right, let's go ahead and get going with this. Now, if you want to learn more about these techniques, again, you can click the link in the description to find out more about my book. I talk a lot about multiple time frame trading in here, give you a real clear idea of how to use multiple time frames to improve your timing. And then also, if you do enjoy this type of content, please hit that like button and also subscribe. All right, so I've got a number of examples, starting with this microchip technologies. Now, some of these are in the they're actually in the process of forming what I'm talking about. But I thought it would just make for some good examples to show kind of looking at the hard right edge and what we're trying to identify. Now, I'm going to use this top left chart here just to show you what we're trying to look for is a strong move to the upside followed by a pullback. Okay, now during that pullback, we want to look at the pullback in a number of different ways. All right, now I'm going to show you one way that I think can be advantageous, and that is using the Fibonacci retracement. So I typically, when I'm doing this, when I do the fibs, I only look at this one grid right in the middle, which is a 382 retracement, the 50% retracement, and the 618. But I am really looking for pullbacks that are somewhere between the 38% retracement and the 50% retracement. If I get a little bit of overrun of the 50% retracement, that's okay. But I'm trying to identify those pullbacks that fall within that first quadrant. Maybe they only come back to 38%. I really like the ones that come right in between or come down and kind of tick the 50% mark, especially if it meets up with the 18. So what we're looking for ideally is to build a case to buy a pullback, right? And that pullback would be breakout, and we're pulling back towards the breakout area, okay? And then we're also retracing close to the 18. I prefer it to be a little bit closer than this, but it's close enough. And then we've got the 50% retracement. So if we get those three things, we've really sort of built a case that there's a pretty high probability that we can turn higher from here. We can go down to the smaller time frame and look for that opposing trend signal. Okay. Now, obviously, we want confirmation in the momentum indicators on the way up before we look for this pullback. Once we get the strong move to the upside, what we can do is figure out and put in our fib retracement level. All right. Once we have that, what we can do is put an alarm in at the 38% retracement. So we know that we don't really need to look at it until it comes down and ticks this 38% retracement level. Once that happens, when we get an alarm, we get an alert, then we can start watching it much more closely to see if it starts to reverse or does it come all the way down to the 618 or break it or what. So this is how I would go about doing this. Look for strength to the upside and then go and look for, do the fib grid and really just put in an alarm at the 38% retracement level. All right. And that's going to really help you save time, not sit there and watch these stocks all that closely. You can just wait for them to come to you, wait for them to pull back and get in your range. Now, something like TLN, now I'm on a monthly chart. Okay. This was a weekly pullback. Now, this is on the monthly. Look at this last low from way back in 2025. We make this strong move to the upside, and then we retrace. Now, again, it comes down right about the 50% mark and then starts to turn. Now, a lot of my subscribers are going to notice a number of these stocks because these are stocks that I'm looking for to highlight. I send out a list every Wednesday that pretty much goes through, I go through about 3,000 stocks, and I'm looking for stocks that have strong momentum that are pulling back into support and it look like they're starting to turn. If I've got the 18 and I've got the 50% retracement, I've got a pretty good reason to start highlighting this if the momentum indicators all look good. All right. Look at something like GEV. This happened back here. We can see we made a low in 2025, made this strong move to the upside, and then retraced about 38% right here. Okay. So we want to start watching it as it starts to turn and looking for a lower, on the lower time frame. What is the what is our signal on the weekly that can get us in for the next move to the upside, right? Now it's starting to retrace again. You could do the fib grid again and see if that held the 50% mark, all right? Look at NEM. Now, I know a lot of people are talking about this top in gold and the big top that has developed, and it's the end of the move for gold and silver, and I'm thinking to myself, what am I missing here? I just don't get it. This is a massive breakout in this Newmont, right? We get this huge breakout here that takes place, and then we have strong momentum confirmation, and then we have a big reversal bar, but we made a huge run to the upside, and now we're retracing it. Look at where we've retraced to. We're right in this zone between the 38 and the 50% level. All right, now it's starting to lift off here. Now, I don't know if this is going to survive, and I don't know how long it's going to take for this to turn around and trigger on the weekly. It might take a few months, but I do know it's worth starting to watch this. Again, there's no sign, and I'm not giving advice here or anything like that. Everyone knows this is an educational video. What I'm trying to tell you, though, is that when you get a stock that makes a strong move to the upside, retraces into this zone, and has good momentum conditions all around, and we've pulled back to the breakout area, okay, we're near the 18, or we're getting closer to the 18, this is a stock we want to start watching, okay? And I can tell you that I went through all of these mining stocks. There are a whole bunch that are doing this right now, all right? Look at something like Adaptec. This is really interesting. So first we look at the monthly. We start at the low that it made in 2024, made this strong move to the upside, and look at this retracement right in the zone between the 38 and the 50%. Right near the 18 right here, right? And it's also near this breakout area, okay? It came down and kind of sat down close to where it broke out from and retrace this to this key level. Now it's starting to lift off. Now, I want to point this out because I think this is kind of interesting. If we go and look at this is a daily chart. So we can see the weekly has started to lift off, and then we got this little pullback. On the daily chart, we've retraced after a strong move to the upside. Look at the momentum conditions on the way up. We get a strong move up, and then look at where we retraced to, right to the 50% mark on the nose, and we get a really good reaction. Now, is this going to lift off and go to a new high? I'm not sure. It hasn't triggered yet, but I can tell you that stocks that retrace and hold the 50% mark after a strong move like this, all right, hold the 50% and then trigger on the lower time frame, have a much higher probability of going to a new high than something that comes down to the 618 or deeper, all right? So if we hold that 50%, okay, hold the breakout area, hold the 18, we have those three things in our favor, there's a very high probability if we trigger to the upside that we can make a higher high, all right? And that's really what we're looking for in a pullback trade, is to make a higher high. We never know which ones are going to keep going, but if we can get one to make a higher high, we're going to hit a couple targets, take some profits, and then let the stock do what it can do from there, see what happens. Now, Mitch is kind of interesting. We can watch and see what happened on this weekly chart. We made a pullback here in 2025, and we retraced back past the 18 past the 18 week, past the 50% mark, well, the 38%, then the 50% mark came all the way down to 618, all right? Now, the momentum was good on the way up, so we would have watched this to see how it wanted to react, but it was too deep of a pullback. Now, what often happens is we can channel between the 618 and the 382. It rallied up and actually failed at the 318, which was the 18 was declining at that point, and then it just failed, right? But now this time we've rallied up, again, decent momentum conditions, and we get a pullback towards the 18. We have a retracement right to the 50% mark, and now we're trying to lift off. Now, Is this going to work and go to a new high? I don't know. I don't think we've triggered on the daily. I haven't looked at the daily, but if we have a trigger on the daily, then there's a pretty high probability that we can go to a new high. Now, just recognize we haven't broken out of this big sideways pattern. So it's a probe trade. It's a little bit more aggressive when you do this, but the signs are pretty good in the way this is pulled back with a pinch, holding the 50% level, holding the 18 increases our odds of success if we get a trigger to the upside. Look at JP Morgan. Now, again, look at this on the monthly chart first. Look at how this had this retracement back in April of 2025, make this big run, good momentum confirmation, and then we correct back to the 18, which is just below the 38% retracement. I've heard all about how these bank stocks are breaking down, financials look horrible, but they really don't. It all depends on your perspective and your time frame. So yes, on a weekly chart, we broke the moving averages, but if you look at the higher time frame, you can see we pulled right back to the 18-month, and then this triggered on this reversal, making this higher low. It's this nice big green bar reversal after MACD's turning up. All right. So those are the types of things we want to be on the lookout for. Now, you could have waited. That was a more aggressive trigger. I would say taking out this prior peak here would have been the next trigger that signals that this wants to start lifting off. And a lot of the bank stocks have done that. Or you could have gone down to the smaller time frame and taken this higher low. So anyway, all of those are signs. Now, it's kind of funny. If I did the fib grid on this held the 50% retracement on this last little pullback, right? So I could have gone down to the hourly chart to get me in off of this signal when all of these signs are pointing to more upside. All right, and then finally, let's look at an intraday trade. Look at this STT. This happened during the course of the day. You make this strong move to open. All right, good momentum confirmation. Green DI overtakes red DI. MACD gets back above the 0 line and above the signal line, and we get a retracement right into the zone between the 38 and the 50%. We kind of break out and we bleed back into the breakout area, but really not bad, not that far from the 18. And then we get our trigger to the upside, and it leads to a really nice trend day to the upside. So use these patterns, look for these patterns, but then add this one component, throw the fib grid in, all right? And what this is going to do is multiple things. First of all, if you put in the fib grid, you can put an alarm in at the 38% retracement, and then you don't have to sit there and watch every tick. All right. If you do that, the stocks are going to spit out when they're ready, when it's time to start looking for the trigger to the upside. So this is a great tool to use for this purposes. All right. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks.